Hi, it's Timo. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Get in there. Norwich have won another game of football. Who would have thought it? 4 wins out of 5, and a really, really big win that, and a win which gives you so much confidence going forward. Dean Smith's Norwich City are certainly doing really well with players coming back from injury, players hitting their form. Things are looking positive in the Norwich City camp. It finished Wolves 0, Norwich 1, and over the moon with that result. Coming into this game, Wolves were 8th in the table, and doing really well in the Premier League, a really, really kind of surprise package. And of course, Norwich City sitting 17th in the Premier League. Going into the game with a bit of confidence, obviously 2 wins on the spot, but Norwich City got the win in this game, and it was a goal from Kenny McLean. He's not had the best of Premier League seasons, but really pleased he got the goal. Billy Gilmore crossing, Kenny McLean flicks on into the back of the net, and Norwich played really well, and it was a really, really good win. You know, clinical going forward, defensive masterclass from some of those players, absolutely fantastic, and a real good game management as well. Over the moon with that result. I mean, and also, you know, into the last 16 of the FA Cup, Norwich City have had an atrocious record in the FA Cup in recent seasons. Of course, 2 years ago we got to the quarterfinals, but apart from that, it's been atrocious. So it's nice to get into the cup last 16, and yeah, let's see where it takes us. I mean, but going into this game, of course, if you had the choice of winning in the FA Cup or getting a 3 points against Wolves, I think you'd probably trade the 3 points against Wolves in the battle to stay in the Premier League. But to be honest, a cup run's really good, and it's you know, really good morale boosting win. And who doesn't love the FA Cup? It's a brilliant tradition. And to be honest, I'm coming from today absolutely devastated for Kidderminster. Of course, Kidderminster in the 6th tier of English football, playing against West Ham. And I think only in the last 20 years, 2 non-league sides have beaten Premier League opposition. One of those times was Luton when they were in the conference against Norwich, when Harry Kane and Grant Holt were playing together in that game. Bonkers. That feels like a parallel universe. Never mind a lifetime ago. But yeah, gutted for Kidderminster. You know, 60 seconds away from what would have been not just the best moment of the FA Cup this season, one of the greatest FA Cup moments ever in its 130-year history. And then they almost got to the penalty shootout and the luck of the lottery. So yeah, really disappointed for Kidderminster. But honestly, over the moon for Norwich, and yeah, really good morale boosting win. And coming into this game, both teams had a really strong lineup. Wolves, of course, taking it really seriously, and so did Norwich. And Norwich were the better team in the first half. I thought we looked really good defensively, you know, really solid, and particularly Milot Rashica in that first half, absolutely outstanding, getting us up the pitch and putting some really nice through balls. We played the 4-3-3. Of course, we've been used to the 4-4-2 under Dean Smith. 4-3-3 with Billy Gilmore coming back into the side, and Poeta, Ida, and Rashica leading the line. And as I said, Rashica was excellent in that first half and created the biggest chance of the half, really, when he went on a lovely darting run in the middle of the pitch, through ball into Adamida, who's one-on-one against a goalkeeper called John Ruddy, never heard of him, and forces a really good save out of Ruddy. And another good moment as well, where Rashica kind of twinkle toes in the box, feeds it to Ida at 18 yards out, his shot straight at Ruddy. But Milot Rashica, who was excellent against Charlton, he made the difference in that third round cup tie, where I thought the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic, and made the difference. And he also won the free kick to the goal as well. Gets fouled on the stroke of half time. Billy Gilmore whips the cross in, and it's a lovely goal. Kenny McLean arriving at the near post and just looping his header into the far corner. It's a lovely header and a lovely goal. And Norwich were the better team in that first half. Didn't have much of the ball, but looked more promising going forward. And Wolves, I don't think, managed to put a few passes together in our final third of the pitch. It was a really good, composed first half performance. And going into the second half, we had some more chances, didn't we? The most notable one being Adamida right at the start of the halfway. He robs the ball of John Ruddy, and you're just saying just turn, shoot, and put it in the back of the net, but just wastes a little too much time, and his open goal opportunities denied as Ruddy comes back to the rescue. And we all knew Wolves were eventually going to get a foothold into the game, but I don't think we expected Wolves to be just quite as bad as they were. They really didn't offer too much. They had a really good spell in between the kind of 50th minute and 60th minute, where their best chance when they hit the post. Semedo finds Pedensu, who managed to get in between the Norwich lines, shoots inside the box, and Michael McGovern, who of course came back into the side for his first start, and fair play to McGovern, just kind of is rooted to the spot, doesn't move, he's like a statue. Unfortunately, the ball bounces off the post and back into his grasp. They had a couple of decent opportunities. Neves a volley from a corner. We've seen those, smash the back of the net. And it's a nice play from Semedo as well, forcing a save from McGovern. But apart from that, I was so impressed with Norwich's game management and discipline. We haven't seen a Norwich City side really kind of shithouse their way to many wins, particularly against Premier League teams, and they did exactly that. Really, really good game management, and that's what I was most impressed with. And Wolves didn't really have a real sustained bit of pressure besides that moment. Norwich had a chance to make it 2-0, didn't they, right towards the end of the game, where Pukki and Dow have some nice interplay, and Dow forces a save from Ruddy. But to be honest, Norwich were excellent defensively, putting their bodies on the line, and it was just a really, really good away performance. My man the match, for me, without a doubt, was Grant Hanley. I think he's been really underrated in the month of January as well. But Norwich recorded 3 clean sheets in their last 5 games in all competitions, and I think Grant Hanley's played in all those games and been excellent in them. A real good leader, and he's been excellent, absolutely fantastic from Grant. And yeah, in terms of the team, I mean, there was lots of players coming back from injury, which is just what you wanted. Billy Gilmore came back, got the assist, and by all accounts played quite well. Norman came back coming off the bench, and yeah, I absolutely love watching Matthias Norman play. He's a really, really good footballer. He did well. And yeah, it was an interesting team. As I said, McGovern's distribution was far from ideal, but he made the saves. He came back into the side, a fair play from him. I thought the whole back line was outstanding. Great to see Sam Byron complete 90 minutes as well. That midfield three is a really interesting one. McLean, by all accounts, probably didn't have his best game, but scored the goal, and that was the difference. Billy Gilmore came in and did well, and Ismailou did well. And then Borheta worked hard. Borheta's so annoying to me because he works hard. He's someone who is. There's very few players in this Norwich City team who work harder than Borheta, in my opinion, but it just doesn't come off for him. Rashika was excellent, and Ida worked hard as well, albeit it wasn't his day. But it's an interesting one for Dean Smith now. Do you stick with the 4-3-3 or do you go to the 4-4-2? Because our team is probably not suited for the 4-4-2. I mean, we don't have the strikers particularly to play. We don't have the numbers. And the 4-3-3 probably works better, but overall, I think those formations, if you have the players back, can work depending on the system and the team we're playing. And I trust Dean Smith to do the job now. I mean, he had a really, really difficult December, one of the worst Decembers in Norwich City history. And I'm sure COVID and injuries did play a part, but some of those performances, regardless, were unacceptable. But January's been absolutely outstanding, and there's been a real togetherness at the club, which is really good to see. Spare thought for Giannoulis and Zolis, particularly Giannoulis, who's every time he's played for Norwich has been, or on the most part, has been very good, but just can't find minutes in the side, and I'm sure he'll be looking for a move away in the summer. And Zolis, £10 million, one of Stuart Webber's marquee signings, just not working out for him at the moment. But it's a day to be positive about. Norwich City are through to the 5th round of the Cup, the last 16. Who will they face? Anyone but Man City, please, because I think Man City's are just ruining football by their sincere quality, to be honest. And oil money as well, we can't forget that. But no, looking forward to the 5th round of the Cup. We turn our attention to a massive game midweek against Crystal Palace. Well, hopefully Norwich City can get another win and continue climbing, because Burnley, Watford and Newcastle are going to be hot on our tails. Thank you for watching this match review. I hope you're doing well, and Kenny McLean. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.